Welcome back to my animal education series. Recently I reached out to Save Vietnam's Wildlife to see if they would be willing to help me with a video and kind of share all the work that they do, and they agreed to help me with this. So without any further ado, do you mind introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about your organization?
Hi Cole and everyone, my name is Trường. I'm a head keeper working at Save Vietnam's Wildlife, a non-profit organization in Vietnam that was founded in 2014 on the critical need for more effective solutions to secure a future for Vietnamese wildlife.
After looking over your website, I see that you guys do a lot of work with pangolins, which are one of the most sought after and illegally traded animals in Asia. Now, what exactly makes a pangolin such a sought after animal in the illegal animal trade?
You may know about the pangolins. They are the only mammals in the world of which the body is covered by scales. You know, their scales are so hard that even the tigers, lions, or other predators cannot harm them when they roll up into a round ball. But this is the only way for them to defend themselves. So people can easily catch them by just picking them up. After that, people use all parts of pangolins, scales for traditional medicine, body for meat, claws for jewelry. Even the feathers of the pangolins are often soaked with wine.
What actions does your organization take when you discover an illegally caught or poached animal?
We work very hard with the authorities so that they can contact us whenever they confiscate illegal wildlife trade. Then the rapid response team comes to the rescue site, bring all the animals to our rescue center, then give them the medical treatment. After minimum 30-day quarantine process, if the animals are healthy and adapt well to the nature, we will release them back into the protected areas. To raise awareness for people, we will announce the cases on media channels, but not to public the location of release sites to protect the animals.
I see that your organization does a lot of work with rehabilitation and releasing animals back to the wild. So what are the steps that you guys take to determine whether an animal is capable of going back to the wild or if it's unreleasable?
We have a semi-wild areas. It is about 1,600 square meter. The animals will stay there and have some tests to evaluate. If they are healthy and adapt well to the nature, we will release them back into the wild. If the animals are unable to be released, they will stay in our long-term enclosures to educational purposes or will be transferred to other qualified centers.
Can you give us an idea of how many pangolins you have rescued since 2014?
1,540 pangolins, the largest number of rescued pangolins in the world.
How do you guys determine a safe release area for these animals that are safe from illegal poachers?
We released them to the protected areas in Vietnam. To protect their habitat, we also established the first anti-poaching team. The team is co-managed by an NGO and a government agency. The team will patrol in the forest, remove traps, destroy hunting tools, illegal camps, and arrest violators who illegally enter the forest and exploit the forest resources.
What is the current IUCN status of these pangolins out in the wild in Vietnam?
They are critically endangered.
What are some of the species of animals that you guys are breeding in order to help save their species?
They are the Chinese pangolin and Austin civet.
I don't know a whole lot about the Otters civet. Are these animals found anywhere else in the world besides Vietnam?
Yes, actually their populations are found in the southwest China and in Laos. In Vietnam, they are found in some mountainous areas.
Could you tell us a little bit more about the Otters civet, such as their size and some of their distinguishing features?
It is about 57 centimeters, plus a tail of 43 centimeters. It has tawny buff gray body with highly contrasted black markings on its back and tail.
What do these civets eat out in the wild?
They eat earthworms, insects, fruit trees, frogs, birds, eggs, etc. But the favorite food is earthworms.
What is the Austin civet's IUCN status?
They are endangered.
What is the largest threat to these animals' survival?
Although the Austin civet can climb very well, but they spend most of their time on the ground. This making them extremely vulnerable to snaring and other ground set traps.
And during my reading, I came across civet coffee facilities. Now, I have no clue what that is, so do you mind explaining that to me and to the viewers?
We have the research team who also come to survey the civet coffee facilities. What we have seen there is the animals are forced to live in really small cages. Many animals show signs of great stress, pacing or harming themselves. People feed them with poor diet in terrible conditions. Many animals die early or show signs of injuries.
I also read that your organization works with Asian small-clawed otters and smooth-coated otters. Now, are these otters found in only Vietnam, or what other countries could these otters potentially be found in?
The small-clawed otters can be found in many countries like India, Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, China, Indonesia, and Nepal. And the smooth-coated otters are found in China, Malaysia, Singapore, Nepal, Thailand, Afghanistan, etc.
And between the two species, what are some of the main differences between them?
The smooth-coated otters has long and pliable body. The muzzle is short and slightly flat. The head is relatively round, and their tails are flattened to the side and have paddle shape. The small-clawed otters are different. They have a shorter and firmer body than other otters. They have a small full stroke, not sticking out of fingers.
What are some of the biggest threats to these two otter species?
They are under great danger due to pet trade, fur trade, habitat destruction, reduction in available prey. Otters, because of they are so cute, pet trade has been emerging and blooming, becoming the biggest threat to otters.
And what is their current IUCN status out in the wild?
Both are listed as vulnerable in IUCN Red List.
Do you rehabilitate and release civets and these otters as well?
Yes, but with the Austin civet, we will keep them for our breeding programs.
And if possible, could you tell us how many civets and otters you've released back to the wild with your programs?
22 otters and 71 civets.
Your organization is doing amazing work in preserving some of Vietnam's amazing species, and that work is extremely important because that allows people either in zoos or in other conservation facilities, or even if they're out visiting the country, to actually potentially see these animals out in the wild, and hopefully these animals will live on a long, long time. But one last time for the viewers, why is your work so important for preserving these amazing species?
Thank you, Cole. We need to work to stop the extinction and champion the recovery of wildlife in Vietnam, so that we and our next generations can have a chance to appreciate the wild animals in their own habitats, to prevent natural disasters and epidemics, to a balanced and harmonious life between human and nature.
Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video, and also a big thank you to Save Vietnam's Wildlife for telling me a little bit about these amazing animals and the work to help preserve these animals out in the wild. And as always, if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up down below, subscribe to my channel, and as always, I will see you next week.